Morning, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful, beautiful, state-of-the-art showroom here at Team Toyota at 746 East Lincoln Highway. On behalf of WBC, our staff here with our show, Charlie Esposito, and myself, Let's Go Places. We've been doing this show now for, my God, Charlie, we're in our 13th year. Bree at the helm, our engineer, thanks for being here. Happy holidays, most importantly, to everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. If I missed any culture, God bless all of you out there, and most importantly, God bless our troops over who are away from our families as well. Here we are, just less than a week before the Christmas holiday. Well, the Christmas holiday is here. Just ask all the vendors out there; they're going to let you know it's Christmas season. That's for sure. But
Quick
we have a lot.
year.
Yeah,
Quick year. God.
it went by very fast, Charlie. I'm telling you. We have a great show today for you. So for you listeners out there, listen up, sit down, relax. By now, you're probably on your third cup of Java, and we have some good content for you to listen in, and be apprised that the comments that you hear on our show may not necessarily uh, be the opinion of the staff at WBCB. It's the opinion of ours, myself, Charlie, and our guests. But they're important ones, and the purpose of the show is, and I've said this, I say it on every show, to increase the awareness of our police, fire, and our military, and all of our medical professionals out there as well. It's important for people to know, let's forget about this defunding the police. Come on, stop it. Stop it already. My God. Major cities that are in crumble right now, Philadelphia being one of them. Let's support our troops and let's support our police, because without them, we're in trouble. Where you're running away from danger, which is, it's human nature to do that, our police officers, our firefighters, they're running toward the danger to protect all of our citizens here. Today we have a very special crew. My good friend Joe Gall is here. Joe is the president of Safety Blue Alert. We're going to be talking about a special device that he has created that is, I believe, very important. It's state of the art, and it's going to, most importantly, protect lives. Joe Safran, who is the chairman of our Bucks County Tour of Honor. Joe, thanks for joining us today as well. And Denise Esposito, thank you again. That was a wonderful gift that you handed out last night for our retired police, fire, and correctional officers. Joe, it was great. Over at Randy's, you're familiar with that area there.
Yeah, Tom.
And we had our annual show. Everybody was happy, and I can tell you everybody was filled with a lot of good food. That's for sure. But I want to thank Paul Muller, the sponsor of this show. Paul, a Vietnam veteran, served in the Army intelligence, although he says to me all the time, they could have won the war without me.
Yeah.
He says it all the time to me. But Paul, very altruistic, very charitable. Because of him, we can have these shows, and he sees the importance to increase awareness of all of our police, fire, and our medical and our military. But let's begin with Joe Gall. There's two Joes here today. Joe, once again, a very good friend of mine. I'll give you a little background on Joe. Served in Vietnam, the United States Marine Corps, Semper Fi, and he's here to talk a little bit about Safety Blue Alert. We're going to be increasing. It's all about increasing awareness on how these thugs that are out there, these assassins, these perpetrators, let's not give them the upper hand. They're smart, but why shouldn't we be smarter? And this is what Joe's going to talk about, how we can defy the odds a little bit and save lives, most importantly. And then after that, obviously, Joe Safran is going to talk about the events that are coming up in 2024 with the Bucks County. Well, it's now the Tour. It will be the Tour of Honor, but it's the Bucks County Tour of Honor, where we bring our military for a full day of honor. Escort down 95, as you know, Charlie. What a magnificent day each and every time we do it. Joe's going to talk about some upcoming events. And the lovely Denise has allotted some time for us today so that she can talk a little bit about the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 5's Women's Auxiliary. Very important. A lot of volunteers that step up for the charities that we do throughout the year. And you're in for a good show. But we're going to begin with my good friend Joe Gall, as I said, a retired, he was in the Marine Corps, served over in Vietnam during a period where there was a lot of question marks about those dismal effects over there. But he stood the call, and he went there and he served. He's also a very successful businessman, senior appraiser, and now the inventor of this product that I'm going to give to Joe so he can explain a little bit about how he put this together. Joe?
Thanks, Tom. Good morning. Thanks for inviting me this morning.
It's my pleasure.
Yep, I understand the supply chain's easing up, and you have a good supply of the new 2023 models here at Toyota.
A lot of good ones, yeah. So tell me, Joe, how this started. You know, safety we all want. We want for ourselves. We want to embrace the police officers for their work and their families.
Sure.
Protect this safety blue alert. How did this come about, and what is it doing as far as averting the dangers out there?
Well, Tom, safety blue alert. Safety. We all want safety for ourselves and our family, obviously. Blue, protect the blue, and alert our officers of possible danger. So, Tom, as you know, I'm a true patriot, joining the Marines right out of Colonel Doherty High School and serving in Vietnam.
Yeah, they shot that. That's been closed for a while now, right?
Yeah,
so,
geez.
Unfortunately.
That one, North
Beautiful
Catholic,
school.
too.
Yeah,
Geez.
yeah.
Yep, days going by.
Yeah.
But I started to get really concerned about law enforcement officers getting ambushed and start to research the protection these officers have while in their parked vehicles. I interviewed several officers, and they told me that they do not know who's coming toward the vehicle while they're parked. I hired 2 engineers, and we researched several systems, LiDAR, sonar, radar, as a tool to detect motion coming towards a vehicle. They have a limited range, 30 to 40 feet vertical, and we needed more of a detection range, 100 to 200 feet. After 18 months of research, we now have access to technology that detects motion over 300 feet and determines if it is human, vegetation, or animal, like a deer coming towards a car. The officers seem pretty excited about this, and we're in the production stage now. So we just obtained a patent from the U.S. Patent Office to develop our product for law enforcement vehicles and military vehicles. This will save lives. That's our purpose.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Right.
Our goal is to protect those that protect us. This could transform the way criminals think before approaching all law enforcement vehicles and alert the officers of incoming danger.
There you go. I'll tell you, it is a great product. Obviously, we spoke about this and the need for it. What's our next step, Joe, most importantly?
Well, the next step, Tom, we're researching several sources of funding to start production. We're looking into grants, funding from foundations and private donations.
Right.
Our website is www.safetybluealert.com for any of your listeners that would like to send a small donation. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk about Safety Blue Alert, and Tom, thanks a lot.
But Joe, we're going to have many, many more opportunities, right, Charlie, to talk about this product.
I'm really interested in this. It's a long time coming.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A long time coming.
No question about it.
It's about time somebody started looking, especially in today's age. So how many police officers are being shot, ambushed, and shot?
Yeah, they're being picked off.
Absolutely.
It's a new world.
Yeah. And obviously, funding right now is the critical point. Right now, we have a patent on this.
Yeah, sure.
You were telling me.
Yep.
So the patent is going to enable us. We spoke with John McNesby, the president, the former president of the FOP Lodge 5 for 17 years. John, God bless you. I mean, we're good friends, and what you've done for the lodge, we're going to miss him. But who took over? I mean, Roosevelt Poplar, great guy. He was chief of staff for many, many years.
Right.
He's been with the FOP. He knows how to step right in, and he's doing it already. And Roosevelt, we'll be having you on our show many times so that we can talk about the conduct of our officers and the patriotism and the courage that they have, and your representation in supporting them and protecting them. It's important, and I think he's going to pick up the gavel and do a great job, John.
Yeah, he was there, second-hand man for John for a long time.
Absolutely.
Was a state vice president. He knows what he's doing.
He does.
I mean, it's not like they got some new stranger in.
No.
so capable.
Absolutely. And, the staff, the executive board that he has, is just phenomenal. Denise, you work with them over there with the Women's Auxiliary for many, many. Grab your stick there, Denise. It's the truth. I mean, the work that the executive board puts forth, obviously they lead by direction, but it's people as yourself. And let's talk about this for a moment. The no singing today. I know you wanted to sing a song, but I don't know if we have enough time. But we'll try.
You don't want me to sing a song.
Yeah, why not? You have such a beautiful
Christmas
voice.
time.
Yes, it's Christmas time. But the direction it's let. Joe's going to say something smart. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
far,
Joe
he was
Sapp.
going to
It's
say,
Joe's
do you
here.
know
Christmas
far
carols
away?
are for everyone, though. Christmas
they
carols
are.
are for everyone.
I remember doing it when I was a little kid. And, when I was singing, we had our hands out all the time, too. No, but truthfully, the Women's Auxiliary, they do a great job throughout the year. Sometimes it goes unnoticed, the hard efforts that you put in, and you have a great auxiliary board over there.
Well, you know what, Tom? We really want to stay behind the scenes, being support and helpful for the police and their families. And, we have some events that we really don't need people to know about. We just want the police to know that we have their backs. If they get hurt, we deliver a package to the hospital for the family while they're waiting, maybe for police to come out and test. But it's a great organization, and we'd love for anybody listening, they could join us and help. We do cookies for cops event.
Yeah, I was out there with you a few times.
Yeah, and we do thank you to the cops. We deliver candy to them, and we just want them to know, and not everybody else needs to know, that we have their backs, their mental support. And of course, the candy goes a long way too.
Yeah, the Santa breakfast was just phenomenal
And the Santa
last
breakfast
And the wreaths.
And the wreaths.
We actually help kids in neighborhoods shop for their families.
Okay.
We support the cops' families.
Sure.
Have the kids shop for their families.
Sure.
So it's nice. Phone number if you want to join, 215-313-4631. We would love to have, helpers. It doesn't take up a lot of time, but you feel good, and it's a lot of support for our police.
A lot of work, I know.
Yeah.
The president of the Women's Auxiliary.
Donna Julian, thank you so
What
much
a-
for being a great leader.
Yep, what a smart
And
lady.
she's nonstop. Oh, we have another event too. It won't happen till next year again, but you can bring your presents to the FOP. The cops can bring their bag, unwrap presents. We wrap for them
How nice is that?
so they can spend time with their family, stay out on the street,
Sure.
and all the presents are wrapped for them. That's a great event for
It
us.
is a great event.
Great.
Donna,
So next year, look for, on Facebook, we'll be wrapping presents again for the police officers.
and there's a lot of events throughout the year, obviously. One of the nice ones, we have the music blasting that will be coming out with the doo-wop. The doo-wop festival is a real sensation.
Doo-wop's fun.
Yeah.
And even, support the police by buying shirts in the store at the FOP.
Right? Which
show
you
your-
do with
right.
Mike Schellenberger and
Yep.
company.
Show your support to the police and others around that we have your back.
Bill and Donna, a little comment. I know Paul Muller will like this little gesture. Donna and Bill, who send a lot of their people up, police and fire and medical, they just purchased a vehicle not too long ago. The Heroes program that we have here, Charlie, is just phenomenal. It's great.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
It is. And, in times where supply and demand is not really cooperating too much, the scarcity of vehicles, people still need vehicles. Come in and see me, Tom Mellon. I'm the program director for it's the only one that I know of anywhere, the Heroes program, where all police, fire, military, and medical, they get a little bit of a break. And that's thanks to Paul Muller once again, where a lot of dealerships are charging over the MSRP. They call it a market adjustment. What a rip that is. And I tell people that when they come in. And I discount the warranties and all. So remember that for all of you. Family members are included as well, right, Denise, Joe, everybody? Yeah. It's just a wonderful opportunity to come in. You sit down, you deal with me directly, and you'll feel comfortable about buying a vehicle. I hate buying vehicles. For many, many years, I hated buying vehicles because, we're a little uneasy. Here at Team Toyota, there's professionalism here, and I'll make sure that we put everything at ease and there's a trust that's built up. Thank you, Denise. It's important that we hear more about the women's auxiliary as we move along throughout the next year. Are you able to come back?
I'll come back as often as you want me, Tom.
You want
Just
to-
not to sing.
Not to say, oh, see, that ruins everything. But, yes.
Every time I went to sing Christmas carols in the neighborhood, people were always at the door. Can't you do better? So I'll have to brush up on my singing.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Joe Safran's going to pipe in. We're going to pause for a time to honor our sponsors, Paul Muller, Team Toyota. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot more information to share with you. We're going to get back to Safety Blue Alert. We're going to talk to.
We have a lot to talk about.
We really are. There's a lot going on. So don't go anywhere. Fill up that coffee cup, and we'll return after a few moments.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Are you a parrot head? Not that kind. That's more like it. If you're this kind of parrot head, don't forget to check out the Denny-O Polka Show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon right here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Welcome back to Let's Go Places, right here in the showroom at Team Toyota in Langhorne, 746 East Lincoln Highway. Come up and see me. It's a beautiful atmosphere here where we will, once again, especially the holiday season, make you feel warm. Joe Safran, my good friend, please let us know what's going on with the Tour of Honor because there's a lot happening and how you started this, how it began.
It could take a long time to tell you how
Take
it all
about
started.
3 weeks.
You know how things happen with how it started. It started 11 years ago.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so it's we've been around for 11 years now. And,
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, you've been with us, so
Yeah.
you know it's been interesting and it's been fun. You met a lot of nice people. You met a lot of great veterans, and sadly we have lost a lot of them because of their life moves on.
Sure.
And but we're planning our trip this year. Our trip is on April 15th this year. We're going to Washington again as usual. Kind of putting the itinerary together now. We are just about. We finally figured out, I think, where we're going to hit lunch this year. It's going to be at the Marine Corps War Memorial.
That's great.
And
You'll like that, Joe.
Have you ever been on a trip, Joe?
No, he hasn't. So we're going to bring him
Yeah,
with
we
us.
have to get him on. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're going to I believe we're going to be going to the Marine Corps Memorial for the
Lunch?
the luncheon, and
Good.
hopefully we'll be able to secure the Marine Corps drill team and place a reef at the memorial too. It's also known as the Iwo Jima too, but so and that's on April 15th this year, and everything else is starting to come together. It's it's a puzzle in the beginning, and all the new restrictions down in Washington and everything that's going on. It takes a little bit of time to put everything together.
It sure does.
So
Do we have any seats left? I mean,
oh
I
yeah,
know they're filling up.
we haven't really even started advertising yet, but we are already we've got about a bus and a half already full, and we only take 4. We're only allowed to take 4 buses.
Yeah, they cut us back.
They cut us
Right.
back
They cut us back. We're only allowed to take 4 buses into Arlington.
into the
Seven
Arlington Cemetery area.
right now, so that's what we're allowed to do. So that's where we're kind of stuck at that. It's the rules.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do. We changed this year from, we used to go to the Air Force Memorial, as you know,
Yes.
for our lunch, but
Mission Barbecue, they come in and make the delivery.
You're not allowed to do that any longer.
No.
You know, so it's. But the Marines came through again.
Absolutely. Right, Joe?
They always do.
They always do, don't they?
They always do.
So that's where we are on that, you know. But April 15th is the trip, and you know, looking forward to it. You know, putting everything together.
Right now, we got a busload and a half. Is there a number that we can give them, the number that they can call to fill an application out, or you know, the resources involved?
You can either call 215-962-8071, or just email us at Bucks County Tour of Honor at gmail.com, and I'll send you the application, or the application will be sent out, and it's simple. You can go on the webpage too and pull out an application.
Absolutely. Please, for our veterans who are listening in, if you haven't experienced this honor, and that's what it is, and we're just so gracious and happy to do this each and every year, and we've been doing it for 11 years. Give us a call. That number again, Joe?
215-962-8071.
It's important for us to reach out to you. A lot of our, especially in Vietnam, a lot of people came home and they didn't receive the honors that they should have, which is sad. It sickens me when I think about it, you know. Some people being called baby killers, and you know, it was horrible. But you know, we were over there for a purpose. Our government sent us over, sent a lot of our men and women over there, and they need to be reminded, especially during the Vietnam era, of their courageous efforts and how we appreciate what they did for us. Honorable heroes, as far as I'm concerned. Joe being one of them, Marines.
Yeah. Anybody that served between December 7th, 1941 and February 28th, 1991.
That's the criteria there.
Yeah, are eligible to go on the trip.
Yeah.
Most of the time, most of the guys are Vietnam veterans. And this year so far, we have 3 registered
World War II. Is that
World War
incredible?
II.
Wow.
We've got 3 World War II guys registered.
Jesus.
And right now, I think I have 1 Korean, but that's everything else is
And
Vietnam and post-Vietnam.
one who served on the board, World War I, was Charlie here. World War I veteran.
Tom,
no, I'm sorry.
Tom, you got to keep your day job.
But no, all kidding aside, you served as well. God bless you.
Yeah. By the way, them 2 flat tires, I would get them fixed. I won't pierce your cord. It was 2 flats.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Or you're visualizing it, right? Yeah.
Oh, no,
exactly.
that's later. I'm sorry.
Right, later on.
My fault.
Later on. Charlie's our president of the retired police, fire, and correctional officers.
Yes.
And
Sheriffs.
the number to call, if we have any police officers out there who are retired that would like to join, what's that number, Charlie?
215-335-1670.
Someone will
We'll get you out an application. It's $15 a year.
It's a lot of money, I'm telling
We have 5 luncheons. We have 5 general body meetings where we feed you. You get newspapers. We have events going on all through the year. So it's the cheapest organization in the country. Where else are you going to go for $15?
I got you on that one.
You do?
We're free.
Oh, wow. How about that? Yeah, it is free, Joe. Good
Yeah,
point.
Our trip, child.
Yeah.
It's free to the members. Yeah, to the travelers.
This is free to the veterans.
Yeah,
Free to the veterans.
To the
Free
veterans.
to veterans.
Who else deserves it better than them?
Yeah, so it doesn't cost anything
It's
for a
and
veteran.
it's a trip that they'll remember forever.
Oh, my God, yeah.
How
We
about
get guys. Charlie, Tom,
Yes.
We get guys that want to go back every year.
Every year they
Yeah.
want to go back because it's so great.
But I'm the one that's got to tell them.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's one of the characteristics of being chairman. You know?
Yeah. But it is what
It is what it is. I'm
we
telling you.
also, can I touch on the? We have our annual golf outing. It'll be coming.
Please talk about that. Yeah.
That'll be coming.
Joe, you'll want to play in that one.
Our
Get a
golf,
fourth.
Absolutely,
outing,
Tom.
our golf outing is in June. I don't
Right.
have the exact date right at the moment.
Frank Pirano, our honorable chief, will
he'll
judge.
And then we have our car show in September. Again,
that's
I don't.
another great.
we
Yeah,
don't
the
have.
dates are not.
They're not finalized
Yeah.
the dates yet, but
Right.
it's probably early September. I don't know. We were talking before.
Sure.
It might be, we might move it to October, but it's being worked on. So there are two of our main fundraisers.
Joe, you do a sensational job. It's not
thank
easy
you.
to keep everyone together and to, all the instruments that go behind the hard work and efforts to make it successful.
We got a great board, and we have great volunteers. The volunteers,
They
the
step up.
ladies,
Denise,
Denise, yeah, she's
not only
she's,
women's auxiliary, but she's with the Tour of
yeah,
Honor.
She comes there 3:30 in the morning,
Right.
when we start getting everything ready for the trip.
A little shout out to Joe DiGirolamo, our mayor in Ben Salem. He really has helped over the years.
Oh God, he's one of our honorary board members.
Yes, he is.
And he puts his police department right there for us. In fact, they usually go down to Washington with us, as you know.
Yes.
We go down to Washington, and they escort us all the way down, along with other various police departments
Sure.
in Bucks
Sure.
County, and maybe we can even work on the Philadelphia.
They get us
motor-
through Pennsylvania.
the other bike, the
right.
Philadelphia Highway Patrol this year.
Yeah.
We got a new mayor down there.
Yeah.
You never know what.
Let's see if things
And
can
let's,
change
let's
for
not
the good.
forget the Thanks Parks Casino,
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Thanks for bringing
They're
that up.
phenomenal.
Yeah, Parks Casino is one of our major sponsors.
Major
Yeah.
sponsor. Absolutely.
Yes, they are. Team Toyota is one of our major
Paul,
sponsors.
anytime I ask him for something, it's done. With Paul, we're looking for a new location, Joe, and a little bit more convenient. And here we had an office upstairs, so I said to Paul Muller, I said, Paul, that office has been empty for for as long as I've been here. Well, what do you want? I said, well, what we'd like to do is make
Use the
the
office.
Tour of Honor
Yeah, we
our
wanna use the
location.
office.
We want to use the office, plain and simple. Whatever you need, all the supplies, computers, it's there for you, no problem. So now the office and our location is now at 740 for the Tour of Honor, is 746 East Lincoln Highway as well.
Suite 116.
Suite 116. Boy, you know how classy is that? Yeah. Elevator takes you to the top. We got our boardroom for our meetings.
Yeah,
a shout out to
it's
Paul.
been a great convenience and everything for us here.
Yeah, works out real
Yeah,
well.
really well. Yeah.
And we house our truck that incidentally Mayor DiGirolamo years ago donated to us to carry all the supplies from place to place.
Wow.
It's 200 and some odd wheelchairs that we put in a trailer that's down at our service center. It's parked down there. And, all these efforts that many people contribute, all the unsung heroes, as we call them, it does a remarkable job and keeps us successfand
Yeah, it's been, we're doing very well.
Yes.
We are doing very well, and hopefully we can fill the buses up again this year. And if we have to, we go again in October.
Well, we got an application coming with Joe Gall. Joe
That's
will be
good.
going with us.
Yeah.
And Joe, I'm certain he knows a lot of people that maybe may not be aware of it. You can bring some people on, Joe. What do you
Absolutely,
think?
Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do that.
One of the funniest things, when we were down one year and we're watching the Sentinel at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, and they were explaining the criteria to be you have to be a certain height, you have a certain weight, but then some of the things that you give up. You can't smoke, you cannot ever drink, and you can never curse. So I mentioned that to Jerry Fretz, who's the director of security over at Parks, and he's one of our board members. I said, Jerry, did you hear the criteria for that? He says, yeah, Tom, you can count me out for that. I violated all of them, and I still continue
Just
to violate
last 5 minutes.
But that's an experience when you see that the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. 365 days a year, regardless of the storm, that soldier's out there. I'm telling you, just great. Well, I was telling you this is a great show, and there's a lot more coming. You're listening to Let's Go Places at WBCB 1490 AM on the dial and 107.3 on the FM dial. Breathe at the website www.com is what? I'm trying to remember. youtube.com/WBCB1490.com. You can listen to the show. We keep all of them. We it's like a little library of all the shows that we do. And there's other great shows as well. Behind the Badge, Justice for All, we'll talk more about that, where we bring Matt Weintraub, who's now the judge in Bucks County, Jennifer Shorn, who's now she's now the acting district attorney. She was the first assistant district attorney. And let's not forget Fred Herron, our sheriff, who used to be the director of public safety in Bensalem. We do all these shows right here live. Don't go anywhere. We'll return after a few moments.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget, plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Hey, this is Jonesy. Kick off your Thursday and Friday evenings in style. Join me for an eclectic freeform mix of the hits and beyond. It's a happening, a musical journey. It's the Glenn Jones Radio Experience, right here on 1490 WBCB and 107.3 FM, Thursday and Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., directly following the legendary Jerry Blavitt. Radio, the way it ought to be.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
Welcome back here at our WBCB radio show, Let's Go Places, that we've been doing now for 12, 13 years. I'm in my 13th year. We started this down the road at the Irish Rover. That was the first show.
Yeah,
remember, Joe?
I missed that one.
My God, that was a great show. It really was. And then we do other shows throughout the year that proved to be pretty interesting. Your Health with Tom Mellon, that we bring doctors in.
How's Dr.
Carcetti?
Carcetti
He's
doing?
a little under the weather still, but
he was
he's
great.
doing fine. A shout out to Joe for all the work, Dr. Carcetti, for the work that he's done with our shows. And Dining Around, Denise, I know you like that show.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's always enjoyable. And obviously our anchor show here, the Let's Go Places show, and then Behind the Badge with the judge, or with Fred Herron, and Justice for All. Some of the programs that we do and the stories that our guests bring on are just incredible. They're better than 20/20 and 60 Minutes. They're actual cold case murders that were solved.
That was great. That was a great show.
Oh my God, Bree's mouth is like wide open. I'm looking at her. Everybody's like, they're great shows, and a lot of the when they can bring out the circumstantial evidence, the physical evidence with a lot of these cases, it proves to be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So, Joe, getting back to Safety Blue Alert, I can't stress enough the importance of this instrument that's going to save lives.
Yeah, Tom, well, we just, once again, safety, we're all looking for that for us and our families. Blue, protect the blue, obviously, with, all the news articles about, defund the police, like you were saying.
Ridiculous.
Every neighborhood needs the police force, reinforced.
Yeah.
Not deleted. So, anyway, in Alert, I was just really surprised that there was no detection system when these officers are in their parked vehicles, and that's how it all started with the research. Interviewing several officers at different precincts, and at one of our districts up here in Northampton, they, as I was saying earlier, they parked the police cars next to each other, one facing left, right, or east, west.
Sure.
But the new technology actually goes through all kinds of weather. It'll go out, as far as 3 football fields. Through haze, mist, rain, it won't get distorted. So you'll have access to who's coming towards your vehicle.
Sure.
Ideally, the way we set it up is you would have the icon Safety Blue Alert on the screen. All the officers have a screen in the car.
Okay.
For detecting licenses and seeing what's going on with
course.
the people they stop, as you know, as a former officer.
Yes.
When they're parked, ideally, like I said, we would have the system activated, Safety Blue Alert, which would be like a 360 camera on, attached to the police vehicle
Okay.
or law enforcement vehicle,
Sure.
or we're even patenting it now for military vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's about where we are. We're in the production stage, and we want to take it to the market, obviously. So once again, our website is www.safetybluealert.com. All right, I appreciate
Phone number, Joe? Any phone number if someone
His
wants
phone number, just to contact me directly, 215-432-3353. Email would be safetybluealert@comcast.net. All right?
Yeah.
So, we're looking forward to moving this forward.
Oh, my
obviously.
God. It's just, I can't say enough about the work that you put behind this so that it will save lives. Charlie, just.
Yeah, I just so fascinated. It's like I said before, it's hard to believe that there hasn't been something similar to this already brought forward.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
we're not just talking police; we're talking military too.
Yeah.
You know, how many times you've heard
Well, sure.
military vehicles being ambushed? You know?
Absolutely.
It's just.
Yeah. Well,
I just hope you get this off and started as soon as possible.
Yeah. Well, as I say, we're looking for the funding now to start production. But yeah, it's just the detection that we went through the patent office, and they do prior art, and what they came up with was when the vehicle's backing up, beep beep beep, and if you go out of the lane, you're notified, but nothing for like detection for a longer way. And yeah, so we're looking forward to the new technology.
That's incredible. Looking at one of these statements, according to the FBI Director Christopher Wray, last year officers were being killed. This is hard to believe. At a rate of almost 1 every 5 days. Every 5 days.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can just prevent this, I mean, it's just it's a given that it's inevitable that everyone needs this.
Yeah. Well, even from the criminals, this system becomes nationwide, worldwide, whatever. They know that they're going to try.
It's a great deterrent.
They're going to try to sneak up on somebody. They're
It's
being
not
watched.
happening. Right.
They're being watched.
Right.
So if it saves one life, we're a success.
It's well worth it. I know when I spoke to John McNesby about it, he loved it. He wanted to know, is it patented? I said, well, not yet. Well, now that it's patented, he's very enthusiastic about it. Why not? We need to get this. And Joe Bartarella, he used to be an police inspector in Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. He's now the chief here in Middletown Township, 60 cars.
Yeah. And
he's already said, Joe, when you're ready, let's test it. Let's make it effective so that people understand, hey, this is the real deal. Denise, Charlie, your son, Highway Patrol. I know when I spoke to him about it briefly, this is great. I remember, and I told you that story, back in the old days, after we closed the clubs in North Philadelphia, you'd park somewhere and just relax. I'm sitting in the car, 2-man car, myself and Doug Shields, my partner.
Yeah.
He dozed off a little bit. I'm making some notes, and we're in this cemetery. We think it's the safest place to be. It wasn't. We're sitting there by the Henry F. Ortleb Monument, right? And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I turn around. There's a face looking right in the window at Doug. And I turn around and I said, geez. And he wakes up and jumps right away. And here it was a walk away from the Northeast Mental Health Center.
Yeah.
He must have walked 3 to 5 miles down Whitaker Avenue into the cemetery.
Jeez.
And his comment was, it's a beautiful day, officer, isn't it?
Got a cigarette.
Beautiful day, yeah. And like we're looking at each other like, well, I guess I'm glad it wasn't a perp at that time. Because we could have both been killed with no problem. This eliminates that.
Yeah, that's the problem, Tom.
Oh.
This could be really life-changing for the officers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's it.
Your thoughts, Joe? Charlie.
Oh.
Hi, Frank.
Hey, I've been called.
Hey, Frank.
I've been called worse than that, Henry.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I my thoughts is, I hope he get this show on the road, and we intend to help him as much as we can.
Absolutely, we are.
And we'll try to contact some of our contacts.
Yes.
See what we can get going for him. This is a great idea. It's a great idea. I wish I would have thought of it.
No, it's phenomenal, and most importantly, it's going to.
Joe wants to buy some stocks.
Joe's already ready. He's in already.
He's already in on the on the lower end.
Sees the benefit of it, Now, but the benefit obviously is for our families.
And if Joe wants stocks, you know it's good.
Oh, you know it's good. He's not going to
That's
say
right.
it if it isn't.
That's
Well,
right.
like I had mentioned, Tom, there's with the research, there's 135,000 police departments, just the United States, 800,000 vehicles,
Jesus.
and over 1.2 million vehicles in the military.
Yes.
So
There's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
And once it catches on here, you'll catch on in
Yeah.
England and France, all them other countries.
Yep. Yeah, it could be something really worthwhile.
Worthwhile, absolutely. Well, we just need to. You're going to be on more often to just talk more about it as this thing develops.
Progresses. Yeah.
And the other thing is with Jolly Griffey or Joe Griffey's, we'll get Joe we'll get Joe to come on his show down in South Jersey so we can really transcend it down there. Denise is nodding her head. Joe or Charlie, that's just perfect. Bring Charlie down. Joe will talk, and I can just sit back and relax a little bit. Bree, is this our last break, or we have another one? We have another one coming. This is our last break, so we only have how much time left in the show? 20 minutes. Okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
but
we have time.
We still have a little bit of time. We want to cover some other important items, but and especially with the holiday season, there's a lot of our veterans in our military that are away from home. We want to make sure that we reach out to them and compliment them for their bravery and their hard efforts and work because.
And we know how it is to be away.
Yeah.
It's not like you're here and you're way on vacation somewhere. It's a different animal to be away from your family when you're in the service.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk when we come back a little bit about it. You haven't heard of Salute to Service. It's a great program that was created by the Tri-State Dealers, Toyota Tri-State Dealers Association, where a lot of veterans, when they come home, I shouldn't say a lot, most of them, suffer from a little bit of PTSD and sometimes severely. And when they come home, it's hard for them to interview for a job, Joe. Well, this Salute to Service, a lot of your major corporations and businesses, they lend a hand. They're aware, they're cognizant of the fact.
Hire them.
And they're great people to hire. If they're serving our country, they're the ones that should be hired. So Salute to Service sits them down and lends a hand and makes sure that with the support to give them a good job and bring them on with with responsibilities that they can cover.
Sure.
We're going to take a quick pause, and we'll return for the finale of our show here. Joe Gall, who's the founder of Safety Blue Alert, is going to talk a little bit more. Joe Safran, I'm sure you will have a few more words of wisdom. Denise will try and sing her song. I keep telling you, Denise, I don't know if we'll have time. But and Charlie, the inevitable procurer.
I'm trying to get her to sing All I Want for Christmas Is You. And every time I say it, she laughs.
Oh, God. There you go. We'll return after a few moments. Don't go anywhere.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota is the choice for your next vehicle purchase or service this season. With new Toyota models available for immediate delivery and over 100 certified used and pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Plus service specials to keep you on the road to victory. Shop or schedule online at teamtoyota.net or choose one of our 3 locations in Langhorne, Glen Mills, or Princeton. Are you part of the team?
Hi, this is Mayor Jeff Martin of Hamilton Township, inviting you to tune in to our monthly radio show, This Month in Hamilton. Video stream live the 4th Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. at WBCB1490.com. We will be featuring various guests from Hamilton Township to keep you up to date on what's going on in Hamilton.
WBCB is now on your FM dial at 107.3. Serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer counties since 1958, you can now listen to all of your BCB favorites crystal clear on 107.3 FM. A new age for WBCB on a new frequency, 107.3.
We're back here with Let's Go Places. It's a show that's sponsored by Paul Muller here at Team Toyota. And I have some great friends here with me that I've known for a long time, covering important aspects that benefit this show. That's the reason why we do this show, once again, to increase awareness of the courageous efforts of our police, fire, and our military. Joe Gall, the founder of Safety Blue Alert, That phone number again, Joe, or the website.
Yeah, Tom.
People can go on and learn more about this.
Yeah, website is www.safetybluealert.com. Phone number will be 215-432-3353.
As this thing transcends, you're going to have, it's going to be a big office with all the people taking the calls. That's what we want.
A lot of veterans.
A lot of veterans.
A lot of veterans will hire. So
oh, yeah, no doubt. That's another thing. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Joe, your thoughts?
On.
Anything?
No, we don't know what Carol's making for dinner, so.
No, we don't know. That's we don't need to cover
she's
that.
She's not making dinner.
Yeah,
tonight.
reservations.
I'm playing Uber this afternoon, taking her out.
Oh, are you?
Oh yeah. So,
join the club.
You know, so hey, it's our job this time of the year.
Yeah, it sure is. But we did very well with the drawing. We didn't mention that at the dinner.
Yes.
Breakfast.
Yes.
We raised money.
You know, with our raffle sales this year, we probably we cleared over $21,000.
Now let the listeners know. That's what's great, Joe. It really is. Let the listeners understand the cost for one trip.
Cost of a trip to go to Washington D.C. is approximately $45,000 to $50,000, depending on whether we have to buy apparel or not. You know, because when you go on the trip, you do get a veteran shirt, you get a jacket, you get a hat, you get breakfast, you get lunch, you get dinner, you get all that, and the buses aren't cheap anymore.
No, they're not.
Oh my God, they're.
Pay me.
Yeah. Last year there was almost $20,000 for buses.
Wow.
Because we usually take, there's 7 buses that usually go down. We usually take 4 buses of veterans, 1 bus of ROTC guys and girls from the various high schools in the area.
Correct.
And then there's a couple schools, middle schools, or that go down with us too to Washington.
Absolutely.
So it's usually 7, 8 buses, and the children and the kids that go usually they put a little extra into the trip and makes it a little more interesting for the vets.
Oh,
yeah, the vets love it.
Especially when they find out the kids are there from Bucks County.
Sure.
That's the whole thing.
And it gives them a vision of, as they're growing up, what their elders have done for this country.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not just one school district. I mean, we have Pennsbury, we have Bensalem, we have Centennial, we have the Chamonix.
Sure,
It's all these districts, and we even work with the districts on the northern end of the Buckley County. We're kind of moving, we're expanding outwards, so it's working on South Jersey now too.
Right, right.
So it's interesting and it's fun, and you get to know a lot of people.
Are you ready for the next word now?
What's that, sir?
It's a ubiquitous effort. That's the word I used for Paul Muller, by the way, on one of the shows, and that's when he said, I don't know whether to congratulate you or punch you in the nose. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But
well, if you keep using it, you're going to get punched.
So many other good things. For those of you that are concerned with medical conditions, that's another thing, Joe, that's important for them to be aware of.
All our buses have bathrooms, laboratories on them. Every bus has an EMT and a nurse on it, so it's like,
That's important to know.
And we're in constant contact with the police and everything. So
Absolutely.
It's like, and we've had problems.
I was about to say.
We've had a couple guys that have gone down. We have one guy that had a heart attack.
Heart attack at the Air Force Memorial.
Yeah, so I mean, we've had it happen, and they're alive. They're still with us.
They're
still
doing
with
well.
us, but it was, the actions of our captains and our staff that, they get them there, the EMTs, and get them prepared for the EMTs in Washington that came, and everything went on. We have a protocol for all that.
Absolutely, that's the right.
There's if anybody has accidents or anything like that, we have change of clothing. We have all that. There's some stories I could tell you about. You've been.
I've been there. Yeah.
Especially when you go into the pond when you shouldn't be near the pond. And,
I know. You're right.
But we had change of clothing. But that was the day I don't want to kill you on that one, but it's like we have all this clothing, pants, shirts, the whole bit to make sure somebody, they get, dry and everything.
Sure.
We didn't have socks.
Oh, God.
Remember that?
Yeah,
we
no
didn't
I
have
remember.
socks.
Ran out of the socks.
We didn't have
Or
socks.
we just didn't have them.
We didn't have it, so we had to. Every time we go, we have to tweak things.
Sure.
But it's just like we didn't have socks, but it was like we have them now.
We learned from experience.
we
Yeah,
have
fortunately, one day we were sitting, remember, and one guy ran, he flipped over the fence.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh
knew he was
yeah, I
going to bring
remember
that
that
up.
guy. Yeah.
Here, we had some guys, some of our troops were deployed to the wrong location, so I looked over and I said,
Yeah, go
let
get
me
it.
just run over there. So I'm running, and I didn't realize that there was a rope. And I jump over it. Well, I didn't catch, my back foot caught the rope, and I went over tin cups.
We weren't.
Oh,
we
you
weren't-
guys were loving it.
We didn't know whether to laugh or go and see.
Yeah.
But then he got up.
Yeah, after
and
we
then-
get done laughing, we went to help him.
Yeah,
we-
exactly.
Yeah, we were going to help
How
him, but
embarrassing.
then he got up real
Yeah.
quick because
Oh, yeah, it was embarrassing.
nobody's seen him. Oh yeah,
Everybody's seen them.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was
See
a
me.
track star that day.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. I come back over to these guys. Hey, you don't have to say anything. We've seen it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it was not an Olympic feat. You know?
No, you
I would have
not
never made the Olympics.
No,
Oh my God.
well, you might have made him, but you wouldn't have.
The
Which
got
one?
judges
You
gave you
wouldn't have got a
2
medal.
threes and a 2.
There's no medal involved there.
He got
Oh.
2 threes and a 2. They we held up.
Right. I'm surprised I got that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's funny.
Crazy
That day
stuff.
was for participation.
Yeah.
That was all that was.
It was nuts. But we have a lot of fun. The car shows are great. We get a lot of good support.
Yeah.
You have an old car, I think, don't you,
Yeah,
Joe?
still got the '64 Corvette. Red.
Enter
Oh,
in the-
got to get
enter
it in
the
the car
contest.
show.
Yeah, we're
Absolutely.
coming. It will be there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great.
He meets all the criteria to be part of us.
Yeah,
He's
doesn't
a
he?
vet. He can go on a trip.
Yeah.
Joe's there. Yeah, he's in.
Car show.
Oh yeah.
You play golf?
Yes, he does.
Every
he
other
plays well.
day.
Okay.
Oh man.
He's perfect.
We're trying.
He didn't know how I'm just blending him right into the group here.
That's
You
all
know.
right. That's good.
He's part of the troops now.
We're-
But yeah, it's all good. The golf outing, as you've just indicated, Joe, that was another good one. We always have nice, good social events. The drawing, raise money so that we could get this show on the road.
We did a couple other things. Some of them been paying out. We had me and Denise had a breakfast at that one restaurant. That was a terrible pick. I don't know if you remember that. Remember, where did we do the breakfast at for the charity thing? Remember we were there, and the waitresses were terrible, and the help was, they wasn't telling people what was going on.
Right, right.
It was
Oh,
a
God.
disaster.
But no,
But
typically,
most of them work out great.
yeah, they do.
Sure.
I don't. I just know that hey, Joe will help us, and we're going to help him get this program.
This program, Safety Blue Alert.
Moving forward.
Absolutely. It's
So it's gonna. It's,
all hands on deck.
Yeah, we'll see what we can
It'll be
do.
great. One
Appreciate
more,
that. Yep.
one more website shout out here for Safety
Yeah,
Blue
we
Alert,
got
buddy.
Safety Blue Alert, and most importantly, Protect the Blue. Website, www.safetybluealert.com.
God, I can't thank you enough for the way this is coming together and
Yeah, Tom, I appreciate the opportunity to get it out to the audience, and
yeah.
we'll start with Buckles.
I think it's a good idea, Joe, the GoFundMe. I think that'll work well.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Yeah, a lot of people will be able to come in and work out or be charitable, whether it's a few dollars.
You
or,
have to sit down and figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And,
He got the most important thing as far as I'm concerned, the
the
patent.
patent.
Yeah,
the
I
patent.
mean, you need that step to go anywhere else.
Well, now the next
Absolutely.
step, as far as
Most
the funds,
important is the money.
the money.
Yeah, well, that's
Money, honey.
After the patent, it's the money.
Yeah.
Funny, honey.
And
Yep.
we'll get there. We'll get there. Obviously, we're going to make it work.
Yeah.
It's going to save lives, Joe. That's the important thing, which is
Once
how
it's
you
up and
start.
running, Tom, that's the whole goal.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Then you
Oh,
might
yeah.
get a lot more
Yeah.
young men and women willing to join the police force.
Sure.
That's
So
true.
they know what their surroundings
It's a big
are.
deterrent.
Never even
Well, I
thought
know
about
their
that.
mothers will be happy.
Yeah.
That's what she
Mothers,
worries about.
wives.
Every
And-
time she hears someone shot,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know, sure.
absolutely. Well, this will mitigate that. I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully it'll lessen these occurrences. And it's not just in this area, but it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Absolutely.
And as Joe, as you pointed out, military, that's the other part.
Yeah.
That's really, imagine how effective it's going to be to have this type of device.
All the troops deployed. Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
my God, yeah. So everyone, the entire nation should be excited and supportive and be behind this, which is, very, very important. You're listening to WBCB's famous show, Let's Go Places, that we started 12, 13 years ago. It's the holidays right now. It's a depressing time for many families. That's why, a lot of the 501c3s charities are out there. Salvation Army, God bless those people. I see them outside all the restaurants, or not restaurants, supermarkets and shopping centers. And, those people, they're volunteers. They're out there in the cold.
They do a lot.
They do. Ringing the bell. When you see somebody there at Salvation Army, I know one thing Joe does, Joe Gall here, because I've been with him often. We'll go into a Wawa. If he's standing in line and there's a police officer or a veteran that happens to be in front of him, he leans over and buys the guy a coffee or the girl a coffee. And God bless you for that.
Thanks, Tommy.
But that's the type of efforts that we want to see more of in this country. Supporting each other instead of being so divisive. I call it the divided states of America right now because we're divided here. We have to stop the nonsense. We need to put the right people in office. That's another thing, and that's for another show. But back here with our show, it's all about increasing awareness about the efforts of our police, fire, and our military. And anytime that you need more information about this show, about the Heroes Program, 215-768-6505. That's 215-768-6505. We're down to the end here. Some closing words for any of you guys and ladies. Denise, anything to say?
Just want to mention our phone number again. You can call to join the police auxiliary. And it used to be the ladies auxiliary, but we have a few guys that have joined.
God bless
We
them.
had them lifting the heavy stuff for us. So
Good.
the number's 215-313-4631. And I just want to do a shout out to Holy Redeemer Hospital. Helped to save my life a month ago.
God bless you. You look
So
great, too,
they're
Denise.
first responders, the nurses and doctors. They work
Yeah, they do a good
holidays just like the police, fire. So thank you again. And I'm going to turn the mic back over to the four wise men.
There you go.
Yeah.
Joe, your thoughts? Anything?
Well,
you'd like
three
to say?
wise men and Tom.
I was going to say, it was only three.
Yeah, just three.
I
of you.
did say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything to you. And we'll talk next year.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely going to be talking. Well, even before then,
Well,
but into the next year.
Yeah.
And we're going to be helping our buddy here, Joe.
So you guys got your own mic.
Oh, yeah, we got mics. Yeah, we don't need a double one.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. I appreciate the opportunity today. And once again, Merry Christmas. Everybody have a safe,
Happy holidays.
happy holiday season. So,
Yeah.
and we can get this program going to protect our law enforcement officers.
We're definitely going to.
That'd be great. So.
We're definitely going to.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome. Charlie?
I got the same Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all you guys and girls out there, stay healthy and have a good next year.
Absolutely. On behalf of the WBCB Network, our staff here at Team Toyota, myself for the program, and there's Paul Muller walking by right now. There he is. Thanking Paul for all of his efforts. Happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, there you go. We want to thank everyone for being a part of this show today. Listen up. Be safe, especially during the holidays. Don't be drinking and driving. Don't text while you drive. Jerry, I'll be coming home to walk the dog soon. I got to make sure that she's listening in too. And most importantly for our show, God bless America.